In the last video we showed you how to apply parts with XtremeFab. In this video we're going to show you how to do more with the tags and put out the different lists they can put out. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go show tags. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you if I want to put out just the assembly and part tags, place tags, it'll automatically put out the assembly and part tags. Okay. Now if I wanted to copy this, I can. What I'll do is I'll paste that above it. Now what I'll do is I'll put out a tag of, say, the cover caps. Okay, and I'll make text size on this 5 inches, and I'll copy and paste those. There's my cover cap drawing. Now what I'll do is I'll make one with just the parts. And now I have just my part tags, and I'll make a copy of those. So it's very easy to make multiple tag drawings with this based off of what you need, because you'll probably need a set for your person cutting, and then you'll need a set for the guy assembling, which is an assembly tag. Many times the cover caps and the pressure plates are done way after the job is done, so you'll want to be able to put out a cover tag drawing for the guys out in the field. So this is the different things you can actually put out when you're tagging. So this thing will tag a lot. Now on the tables, if you want to put out different tables, let me go in and tag this thing for everything. I'll do assembly parts once again. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put out a table, and I could create parts list, and I'll do both tables. And I can put out a table I can sort by part number, part description, and this is what's going to come up first. So if I wanted to sort by part tag, I could. Finish, color, length, if I wanted to sort by length or whatever elevation or building or floor, it would sort in that order. And I can do a full list. So I'll put out a full list right now. And this will give you a list of everything listed one at a time in the drawing. So now I put out the complete list of everything in the drawing. Okay, and I sorted by the part tag. So here's all my B1-A's, B1-B's, B2-A's. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll do an output, and I'll put that over here, and I'll do list with quantities, and this will actually give me a quantified list. So it'll tell me I need 48 pieces of this, 50 pieces of that. Okay, so it shortens the list up, and it gives you a quantified list. Okay, next list I'm going to put out. And I'll put it down here. Is I'll do a tag list. Once you do a tag list, it's going to show you all the tags that you have in your drawing. So I'll start with B1. Click OK. And this is going to give me a fabrication list. It's going to tell me this is my B1, and these are the parts I need for that B1. So here's my B1-A, B, and C, and these are my different lengths. So it's the same part, same back member, with 3 different lengths, and this you can paste right to your fab sheet. So when you send this out, this is what they would need to make for that B1. You can do the same thing. And I'll paste the next one right below it. I'll do a tag list again. And you can list the C1, B2, whichever ones you want to list. But you can do individual list of the individual parts that belong in your drawing. Okay. Next thing is I can do an assembly list. So if I wanted to send it out to assembly, I'll put that down here. And if I click assembly list, once again the assemblies will pop up. And I can actually put out a list for my guys out in the assembly plant. And this is my S1 or my sill assembly, and these are the parts that belong in here and how many different assemblies I have of that. Okay. And once again, the next one I'll put out is I'll put out a checklist. Now my checklist, when I put that out, it'll actually go through my elevations and number them one at a time, so I can go through and if I need to know where an exact part is, I can actually find that exact part. And you'll notice in my drawing now, everything's listed one at a time now. Okay, so I can actually say, okay, for part number 31, this is assembly 31. I can go down here to 31, and I can see what's in 31. So if I needed to check parts, I could. There's the back member pressure plate cover that goes into 31. Okay, so if you needed to know the exact part, you could put that in there. Okay. And then if you wanted to export this list, any one of these lists, you can go up to export, table export, export right to XtremeCut, and you can actually export these tables right out. And I'll select this table here. And at that point, it's going to ask you to save it, and we'll save this as school. And I'll save that to my desktop. And then I'll go to my desktop and I'll grab school. I'll open that up. And now this is opening up. So what I have now is I have my parts list. I've got my part numbers, part description, part tag, length, width, finish, color, left turn, right turn. That would be as you're on the saw. If your saw blade turns left or right. Left tilt, right tilt. If it tilts for a compound miter, what elevation it belongs to. I didn't label the CW2s. What building it belongs to, thus required. So everything that you have in your list that you choose to export is now exported out. Where you can import that into XtremeCut. So it's a very fast way to apply the actual parts to a drawing, tag that drawing, and then automatically put out a parts list or a fabrication list or an assembly list. And then the other thing is if you stretch these out, if you happen to change these, if you go on the field and you measure and you change them, back in the apply parts, we have an update all tags, and that'll actually run through the tags, re-tag everything, and re-update your parts list. And that's all for the parts list on XtremeFab. Thank you.